Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. I'm getting to the nuts and bolts of arts and entertainment again. As usual, I'm heading over to Melbourne where I'm talking to Fergus Linacre. He is, of course, from Kingswood and they are heading to Adelaide this weekend for a big show. We're going to find out what that show is all about. But first of all, Fergus, hey, how are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for having me on. Great to chat to you. I'm sorry that, I'm in my brother's van and you're in this beautiful set with all the beautiful plants and you look fantastic.
I will send you over a pot plant to pop in the passenger seat there. It'll
I
be
would love that. Then I'd have a friend to hang out with in the car.
Hey, so Kingswood are great. I mean, look, let's be honest. As far as Australian music goes, you guys are kicking it. It's been an incredible career so far. Formed in about 2007, I think it was. 8 albums later, you guys have like given us some incredible content, some incredible creative music, which is just, lapped up by everybody. How do you feel about the career so far?
I mean, well, yeah, when you sort of sum it up like that, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. I mean, the one thing that resonated with me that you just said then was having given, when you give so much, so 8 albums worth of music, that there's a lot of moments in there that a song or a live gig that means something to someone. And I know that that does happen because songs mean things to me and moments mean things to me. So when people tell me about, oh, this song helped me through this period or something like that, that's the most rewarding thing. So I think the fact that we're still making music and still having those connections with people is pretty rewarding.
Let's stay in the beginning days for a little bit. How did you form? Like, how did the bands come together?
So Al and I went to school together when we were like since we were tiny. There's a really cute photo of us when we're next to each other in the same school photo. And I think we're about maybe 9. Um, and so we were always at school together, but in different sort of worlds of music. I started being in punk bands and rock and roll bands, and Al was more the classically trained musician. And then sort of years after school, we got together and he started the band, and we've had different people join us along the journey, but it's always been Al and I. So that's how we got started, and it just kept going, and we love it, and we wouldn't wish for anything else.
And when you came up with the name Kingswood, was that always going to be the name, or were there some other plan Bs?
No, we had heaps of different names over the early days. Really bad ones too. At one time, Al, I think Al likes this one, but at one time we were called Azuli, and we were called Black Cat Bone. Um, and originally we were called Lip Service, which was my mum's band back in the day. But no, uh, I mean, honestly, the name Kingswood was up on the whiteboard. We had to change it before we released our first single. And
Yep.
there was another band that was called Lip Service at the time, so we had to change it. And I think Mango, our bass player at the time, picked Kingswood, and I was like, sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's worked for you, so why change it now, right?
Well,
Be
that's right. And I'm just hoping this weekend at the band, which is, we'll get into it, but it's a car race
Yeah.
and a festival.
It'll
Maybe someone will take us around the track in a Kingswood or something like that.
exactly. Hey, and look, I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, some of those previous names that you mentioned are actually pretty good. So, I mean, Black Cat Bone, I mean, it's up for grabs, obviously. If
Yeah,
someone,
that's right. It's an old blues reference. Yeah,
yeah. So there you
Azuli, you can pass on Azuli.
go. It sounds like a character out of Never-Ending Story. We'll see.
Yeah. That's
Hey
good.
Fergus, obviously the last album we saw from you was 2023's Tales of GC Towns, but since then we've had a good few singles, with the most recent one just coming out just the last month, I think it was, Loving a Girl, which is
Yeah.
great. Um, so with I think there's been about 3 singles dropped in 2025. Is that saying that there could be another album on the way soon?
Yeah, definitely. So the last one, "Loving a Girl," that you just mentioned, that is sort of the first single that will be on the record that's going to come out mid next year. And it kind of does set the tone a little bit for the world that we're living in at the moment musically. So, um, it's a little bit petty. It's a little bit, Americana-y country kind of world. Um, and there's a new one coming out called Last First Kiss in November. And then we'll just keep putting songs out and with the look to releasing the whole album mid next year. I can't give a date, but let's say May-ish, I think, is the plan.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, even since starting in 2007, in the industry as such, I mean, I'm sure you've been, doing music all your life, but in the actual industry since 2007-ish, even since then, it's crazy how much the music industry has changed. Obviously with the way we consume music, the way we create music, all of it. What's one of the biggest challenges that you find these days creating music now?
Um, it's yeah. I mean, one of the biggest challenges for me um, is the importance of like let's just say social media. And it is important. And I think, unfortunately, people, when you talk about a band to a friend, they don't go, what do they sound like? It's more the mindset of what have they done? What do they look like? What's the vibe?
Yeah.
And Al and I are not people that pull our phones out when there's a great moment happening. We kind of so we're terrible at social media, and so that's one thing that you kind of you want to be a musician, and you kind of have signed yourself up inadvertently to become like a online marketing professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not. We're musicians. We want to write music, record it, and play it live. And it's so important for musicians to do that, and also maybe most of the time be marketing yourself online. And that's been challenging for us of trying to play that game without sort of destroying our souls as much as we can.
Yeah. And then Fergus, the other full-time job that you got is monitoring emails, right? It's crazy.
Yep, that's it. There's emails. Al does a lot of that admin work, and there's and then designing. Well, we love the design part of it. We love creating film clips and artwork, and that's all still part of the creative thing. But yeah, when you start a band with your mates, you don't realize you're running a small business. That's true.
That new photo shoot that you did with the red backdrop, amazing. It looks really cool.
Yeah, that's Michelle Grace Hunter. She's been a friend of ours forever. She's an incredible photographer. Yeah, we do lots of shots with her, and she's incredible.
Now, excitedly, the reason why we haven't even touched on this one yet, but we're going to go quite hard right now. The reason why you are coming to Adelaide this weekend, which is the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th of October. Sadly, it probably still will be raining, but it is because you're coming over here for the Benz Classic 2025. It's going to be huge. It's being noted as cars, camping, and country music. I'm pretty sure you're coming on board for the country music side of everything. Maybe the cars, because the name of the band, and maybe camping. I'm not sure. Maybe bring your tent over. Maybe tick off all three things.
Well, I think we will tick off all three things. We've got our big tour bus, so we're going to be on site in the bus. That's camping, glamping.
It's
maybe.
glamping. It's glamping.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't want to do it too rough. But the headliners are huge. I mean, Kasey Chambers is like headlining the
Love
big.
her.
But there's Casey Barnes, there's Kaylee Bell, the Wolfe brothers, Travis Collins, I love him, Max Jackson, and of course this incredible band from Melbourne called Kingswood. What can we expect from your set?
We're going to be playing. Look, our show's sort of really developed over since we've been, working up all the new songs off the next record that we're playing a lot of. And so the band's kind of gotten bigger. There's sometimes there's 7 of us on stage as the full tilt. And so yeah, we'll be playing a bunch of new stuff. All the crowd favorites. If someone calls one out, we'll play it for them. But we've been touring a lot. We're pretty tight at the moment. We've just done a couple of festivals up the East Coast. We did Savannah in the Rounds and Gympie, and and a whole run of shows. So yeah, we're pretty pumped to get on stage. That's where we do our best work.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, amazing artists on that lineup. Can't wait to see them all, and it should be a really good hang. And hey, if it's wet, that means exciting action on the track. I say.
Exactly, exactly. So you are playing on Friday the 24th, which is this Friday, and of course on Sunday the 26th, which means you got the 25th off. So what are you going to do on the 25th? You're going to hang around and watch the races and, you know,
I think we'll get into the festival, and we're gonna, as I said, we'll get our bus there. It's a big sort of touring bus with bunks and everything. So, um, yeah, I don't think we'll be leaving the site. I think there's going to be plenty of action on the stages and around the festival. So it'll be a good hang.
and Fergus, when is the last time you guys played in Adelaide?
Last time we played in Adelaide, I think we played sort of McLaren Vale at a winery not too long ago. Um, and we did a show. Oh, I think it was. Oh, you're going to test my brain now. The thing with this band is we don't sort of just do one tour. We're kind of always on the road. So last time we did, we went up through Alice Springs, Darwin, across to Broome, down the west coast. This is all on our bus, and then across the Nullarbor, and then came through Adelaide there and did Port Lincoln and Whyalla, and and we played a show in Adelaide there, I think at a little country bar, and then yeah, McLaren Vale, and then back home. So
And
it's been a little while, but
the Bend, of course, is way the other side of the Adelaide compared to McLaren.
yeah,
So get along,
yeah,
everyone.
that's it.
It's going to be a total hoot. Um,
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, so what do you prefer? Do you prefer doing solo shows as far as Kingswood goes, or do you prefer doing the music festivals?
Yeah, it's different. They are different because when you're at a festival, you're assuming that you're playing to a lot of new fans.
Yep.
And then at your own show, people have really come to see you. Um, and they're both great. I love to, try and say to people that are at a festival, like, hey, check us out, and try and be the favorite band they saw that week.
Yep.
And then at your own show, there's a great sort of community about it. But and especially if you're playing regional areas at your own shows, that's that. Not many bands tour sort of as regionally as us because we do have this bus, and then we can go and play Exmouth in WA. And so there's a lot of people in a lot of towns that want to see bands. So when a band comes out there, it's a big deal for the town, and it's a really great energy, and it's a big thing. Whereas if you play in Melbourne, there's 10 gigs on that night, and it sort of can lose its community kind of feeling sometimes to an extent. But yeah, certainly when in regional areas, it's a great vibe.
I love it. So everybody, like I said, October 24th, 25th, and 26th. This weekend, the Bend Classic 2025. Headliner is Kasey Chambers, and the lineup is incredible, including the iconic Melbourne band, Kingswood. Fergus, what an absolute delight chatting to you, and I hope you have the best time in Adelaide this weekend. Hey, and good news for you, the sun has literally just come out, so fingers crossed.
Keep that sun shining down upon us.
I'll do the best. I'll do my best. Fergus,
thank you so much, Marcus. Thanks for having me.
I'll see you in Adelaide. Bye, my friend.
Thanks, mate.